Welcome you to 892, the Practicum experience. It's usually one of the last courses you teach, and it's a course that is designed to bring it all to closure. And so in this real quick video, the course introduction, I'm only going to talk about three things. How you get around the various assignments in the course, what you're going to be doing, how do you get an A. Almost every one of you have had courses from me before, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on how to navigate the course, and because we've worked together in at least two other courses typically. The very first thing, this practicum is designed like the other courses I've taught. It has 6 different sections on the left-hand column, different pages you can go to, but the home page explains the course. It welcomes you, and will have the course introduction video in there, and my personal introduction video, and tells you what you'll be doing. The third one gives you the place for the announcements. However, you'll find those also listed on your home page, but I'll usually about every 2 or 3 weeks send out an announcement to keep you on track, to make sure we're all doing what we're supposed to do. But usually in the announcements I'll give you some funny stuff. As you know, in the past I like to use videos that are somewhat humorous. I'll continue to do that, but announcements keep you updated. The syllabus is the second page, and there most of you again don't read it, but look it over. It does I always went to what you had to do, but this video will explain it too. But the course syllabus is listed all the objectives and the things that the rationale for what we do while we're doing it. Syllabus will list your activities and the quizzes, the projects, and most of you won't read it, but it's there for you if you want to look at it. The biggest part of the Canvas left-hand page is the modules, and if you notice, we only have 5 modules for you, and because usually the modules take a month to do as we go through this 16-week semester. But everything here that you're going to need is located in these modules. If you click on a module, the very first thing you see is the things to do, and I would read that because it kind of tells you what to do and how to do it. The things to do page tells you what to read, what to view, what to do, and it gives you ideas, a lot of times examples. So look at it first. There is no textbook for the course, but as you do the final assignment, you might want a text to refer to, and you can always use that text that you use in current teaching practices and trends and issues. And you've already downloaded it, I'm sure. If you're not, you can go right back to the Educator Book of Secrets, download it into different formats. You can read it on your phone if you needed a source. So, biggest thing of what are you going to do in the practicum? Well, it's designed to produce a culminating portfolio. Instead of, in the past, we would give you comps on a Saturday morning with questions to answer that you would have 3 hours to get done. So we've changed that, or I've changed it to where we're going to kind of do the same thing in this course to show that you are innovative in instructional design, that you have some effective teaching skills, and you have a broad professional knowledge base. And so we can document for the master's programs that you have all 3 with this sort of portfolio that will come from this class. So that's our design, is to produce that portfolio instead of taking the master's comps on a Saturday morning. So to do that, on that innovative design, we're going to have you choose to do a classroom project, which I'll cover in a minute. Then for the teaching skill documentation, you're going to analyze yourself in a 20 to 30 minute teaching video that you're going to take of yourself as you teach in the classroom. analyzing 10 different domains, and then you're going to answer 5 questions out of 10, and you have a month to get this done on comp questions that cover all 10 areas of the Master of Science in Teaching degree that we've been trying to focus on throughout the courses. So looking at the first classroom project, you can choose to do almost anything that would fit something innovative that you want to try to accomplish in your classroom. Not something you've already done, something you'd like to innovate this semester. You could do a personal website if you don't have one for yourself, so parents can look at it. You could do a flipped classroom, especially in math and science, where you could do some videos that kids could look at home. Or you could come up with a innovative teaching unit that you've always wanted to do, that tried out new teaching techniques and put it together, and maybe even sell on the web at Teachers Pay Teachers. If you've always wanted to revamp your management plan, your procedures, if you have a tech lab or something that you really want to upgrade and come up with a better system of doing things, that might be a good project for you. Or if you wanted to try a new assessment system, maybe move towards portfolio assessments and using artifacts, you could, or a rubric system that was pervasive throughout the year. You might go with E, or you could do an action research project, see if whatever you're teaching or doing is actually working in your classroom. Or, and many will choose the innovative classroom project that they may want to look at project-based learning and try a unit or a section that would be totally project-based. Or you could deal with brain-based teaching using whatever system that you wanted to use, with left and right brain teaching, or whatever you find orientation you want to take. Or you could deal with some instructional coaching or a mentor project where you're going to work with another teacher specifically throughout the semester to polish or to get something done. You might look at a multi-tier support system if you want to desegregate or differentiate your instruction. But there's all kinds of ideas. I love the cooperative learning that you might want to put in throughout the semester, of how you use STAT or TGT or those types of cooperative learning groups, or innovative review strategies, or put in a number of gaming ideas to review for tests, or more simulations that you would run to illustrate the key points of your lesson. You might also, if you're elementary especially, want to look at character education approaches for the semester, or a reward system. Just all kinds, and you're only limited by your own imagination on those. And in fact, I'd give you about 100 articles that you might look at that might give you some ideas for something innovative that you might want to try in your classroom. But that's up to you to decide what you want to do in this first half of the class. So you're do a classroom project is one. Then second, you're do a video analysis of your classroom, where you're going to videotape a lesson, usually 20 to 30 minutes, and then you're going to analyze your teaching in 10 domains, and then you can submit the video, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll do that by, I'll send you a Google file, and you just drop it in the Google file, and it comes to my Google Docs file, and I'm the only one that can look at it. So I don't want you to put it on YouTube or anything else, unless you just want to do that. because this way it's secure and I'm the only one that can look at it. But I want to see how you saw yourself. It sounds scary at the beginning because, you know, when I used to do it every year, as I taught for 16 years, I never looked like the way I looked, or I didn't like the way I sound. So you'll probably have the same impression, but that's not even one of your big questions. But these questions that were asked, there's a whole bunch of them, and you don't have to answer them in order. You don't even have to answer half of them. It just gives you ideas about what you might want to write about under professional demeanor, under classroom management, and so forth. But you analyze yourself, and that's always a good thing. Your analysis will be a lot stronger than mine. As you turn in that, first you're going to look at 37 indicators that we use in our program to assess professional educators, and you're kind of assess yourself on a scale of 4, and it just gives you a way to look at what we see sometimes as effective teaching, and you can see basically how you see yourself. And then after that, you write your 10 different domain in a narrative paragraph for each. The third thing that you do is this is your kind of your comprehensive exam. It's probably the easiest thing. And we're going to give you 10 areas, 10 questions, 2 questions from each area, and you're going to choose one from each area. And you're right, and we're going to limit it to 2 pages on each of your questions. So I don't want you to write a book, but we'll use the scale that our College of Ed uses to evaluate comprehensive exams, which I'll give you, and you'll see when you turn it in, before you turn it in, the rubric that I use to evaluate your paper, your answers. But basically all of the questions will ask you not so much to regurgitate information, because we do that in undergraduates, it's what you know, but now in a master's program it's how you apply it. We expect you to know it, but how do you use it? So you kick it up to application. And then in doctoral programs they expect you to know it, to be able to apply it, and then what they do is ask you to create new things. So that's how usually your 3 levels of education look at questions and the expectations of the answers. And then basically that's your course. You have the 3 things that you'll be doing. The timeline gives you a lot of weeks to do each of them. If you're going to be late, and life happens, you get sick, or well, just stuff happens, and if it does and you need some more time, just make sure you tell me. I'll be glad to extend that time about it. Keep me informed. Just don't not turn something in expect me to know why. And again, you've gotten this far in your master's program, you know that you just got to set some timelines to get things done. So set enough time to videotape yourself to answer your questions and on the comp questions and the like, and you'll do fine. Again, get your assignments done. Basically, I'm going to enjoy seeing how you finish your program, and over these past 2 years or more, I want to thank you for letting me be part of your professional development and being your advisor. It gives me great pride to see you flourish, and I want you to continue. So let's get busy.